Good morning, good morning, good morning. Oh, how y'all doing? Everybody good? Listen, if you are a Christopher Maurice Brown fan, there's been a lot of stress this morning trying to get your tickets to Chris Brown, especially if you're in Atlanta. Oh my goodness. It's like 74,000 people ahead of you, 80,000 people ahead of you. You trying to get your tickets. Ours were secured, me and my friend group. Amen. All right. And so there's that. But I'm wishing nothing but good things for those who are still waiting on their tickets for this Chris Brown concert, because it's going to be live, just like his last ones were. I just want y'all to know it's going to be live. It's going to be amazing. He's going to follow through with all the things. Okay. Outside of that, happy Tuesday, you beautifully wild souls. What is going on in your life? How are things? Right? You guys, I am feeling so good today. I'm feeling really good. Now, I've had the issues with my allergies for the last 2-3 weeks. And a lot of it happens at night, and I'm struggling, coughing and huffing and puffing. But then I wake up feeling amazing, like it never ever affected me. But I'm tired of this pollen. I'm Brittany Wilder. I'm a wealth and wellness energy healer, you guys. And I help ambitious women align their energy so that they can attract and achieve the things that they want within their wealth, their wellness, and their weight loss goals. That's me in a nutshell. Not to said my do not disturb is off. Hold on, y'all. Because what is even going on? That thing shut it off. It was an automatic thing that happens, I guess, at 11 o'clock in my life, that do not disturb goes off, which makes sense. I'm getting on late, you guys. I told you guys I was waiting for them Chris Brown tickets. I had a few different group chats. My girls, I had a few different group chats going. People telling me, oh, I got mine. Oh, I didn't. Oh, we waiting. Oh, we this person in line. Whatever the case is. So I had to wait on that. Make sure I got my tickets secured in order to get on. Because I am a fan of concerts, right? Like, that is my thing. Music is life for me. And a concert is an experience, depending on who it is. And so I just, that is like my self-care, right? Going to concerts is really like a form of self-care for me. So I got to make sure I got my tickets. I'm not going to play about that at all. But anyways, here we are live, you guys. And this month is a brand new month. April, what a beautiful month, a month of abundance. That's what we're talking about this month, you guys. Talking about abundance and how we can achieve abundance. Hey, y'all. Hey, thank you for the love over here, TikTok. How we can achieve abundance and how we can maintain abundance, right? Because it's one thing to get it and then not keep it. And then we doing all these different things. We're letting things affect our mindset. We're letting things affect what we do, our mood. And so when I started thinking about what the topic was of today and what I was going to talk about, it literally was fix your energy. Let me say that louder for the people in the back. Fix your energy. Fix your energy, okay? You guys know me by now if you've been on my channel or if you've followed me or whatever the case may be. I am a person who, when I walk into whatever event, whatever room, whatever the case may be, I bring my good energy with me, right? It's almost like an accessory, right? I don't leave it at home, right? Especially if we're in a new experience. If we're in Atlanta, we're going to a new experience. We're doing brunch. We're doing something fun with the girlies. Whatever the case may be, I bring my good energy with me. And don't get me wrong, there are times where my energy is low, right? Where I'm tired. It's been a rough week. Things have happened. Life is lifing, right? For the most part, though, I would say that I'm pretty consistent. 9 times out of 10, my energy is pretty freaking consistent, right? It's always high energy, always fun, free, loving, joyful, right? That's what I carry with me. And so when I started thinking about today, I started thinking about how there's a certain type of energy that you have to have in order to create abundance. There's a certain type of energy that you have to have in order to, you hear what I'm saying? So it's about our energy. A lot of us, sometimes we think that manifesting things is about our words simply, and that's part of it. But the majority of it is about your energy. What kind of energy do you carry? Who are you when you step in the room? Are you a person that people are attracted to and they want to see you and they want to be around you? Right? Because baby, I am light, and a lot of things are attracted to the light, right? Good things and bad things, right? And so who are you when you show up? What energy do you carry? I'm going to challenge you guys to start checking your energy before you step in a door. Check your energy before you step in a door. And I mean the door at your household, if you have a spouse or a loved one that you live with, or, you know, even animals, right? Because we're all spiritual beings, right? So we feel things. We feel things. Some of us, we feel things more than others, and that's okay, right? But I want you to check yourself before you walk in the door, whether that be at your job. Some of y'all coming into your job with some jacked up energy, right? You don't want to be there. You tired of these people. These people get on your damn nerves. And you like, they better be glad I'm here. No. It's your choice that you're here. You chose the damn job. Right? You said, yes, okay, sign my name on the dotted line. This is the job I want. And I get it. Sometimes things change. And at the beginning of getting a job, sometimes you feel one way, excited and all the above. And then as you start to do that job and you start to see the people around that job and you start to realize what's going on, something ain't right. Oh, that's why there was a empty space here. Why they needed somebody to fill it in. Hello, right? I've been there before where I got duped by all the things that the admin was telling me in the process of going through the interview process, making it look like it's amazing, it's great. Oh, we can't wait for you to be in this position. You're going to work with so many great people. And then you get in there and you're like, what is this? Like, oh, this ain't it, Lord. Thank you for the job, but also, I don't like it here, right? All those different things, right? And so we got to check ourselves, because a lot of the times it's us. I don't care what's going on in your life. I don't care what's going on at your job. I don't care what's going on. You get to decide on how you show up. You get to decide on the energy that you carry behind that situation. Do you understand what I'm saying? So what does that mean? That means I can be going through all kinds of stuff. Y'all, and when I say life be lifing for me, it be lifing. And because I'm a life, we talked about this yesterday, I'm a life path 11, which means I'm a master life path, right? Which means I'm a master manifester, right? So there's two ends of the spectrum, right? It means that on this one end, I'm able to manifest things amazing in my life. I'm able to have things happen, have amazing miracles happen in my life because of the purpose that I have in my life, right? Because I am a life path number 11. But on the flip side of that, I have the most treacherous, terrible, tough, the unbelievable challenges that I've ever gone through, that anybody has ever gone through. A lot of the times I've had conversations with my friends and loved ones, my closest A1 day ones, my sisters, have conversations about the things I've gone through, and they're like, oh my God, how are you walking? How are you still in a good mindset? How are you still smiling, let alone alive? And you went through this and that, right? But that is the balance. That's the balance, is that there are these amazing things that happen in my life, these amazing miracles that show up, and I'm like, it's nothing but God. But on the flip side of that, I go through hell to get to heaven. I mean, pure hell. And I used to be so angry about it. I used to be so mad and so angry about it and be like, but why do I gotta go through that, God? I used to complain about it. I used to feel all types of ways about it. But when I got to a space of accepting my purpose in life, and accepting that because of the things I go through, I'll help many thousands and thousands of people get through it based off of what I did to get through it, based off of saying, this is not how it is going to end for me, based off of simply pushing through and being a soldier. In the army of the Lord, I'm a soldier, right? Simply because of that, I'm going to help thousands and thousands of people in their struggle. And when you get to a place where you accept who you are in this world, well, that's when nobody can touch you. that's when the power that lives within you is shining so bright. You can't be stopped at all, right? So let life keep lifing. And you keep learning, and you keep pushing through, and you keep sharing it. But that's why fixing your energy is so important. Because if I let the things that I go through day in and day out, if I let the things that have happened to me in my past, if I let the things that have happened even in the last 24 hours boggle me down, well, then I can't show up 100% in my purpose and in my calling. Do you understand what I'm saying to you guys? If we continue to let the things in life, because life is lifing for all of us, it's always going to, some of us more than others, like I just said, depending on what your purpose is in this life, depending on if you are an influencer, a master manifester, if you are a master life number, right? There's some people that you go through things a little more than others simply because of who you are and the influence that you hold on this earth, right? So if that's you and you're part of my tribe, first off, I see you. I see you. I see you, and I know it's hard, and I know sometimes it seems unfair. But one thing that I do know about you being a master manifester, you being a master life path number, right? One thing I know about that is that although life will life heavily for you, the blessings are going to be 10 times lifing. Okay? So hold on to that and know that you will get double for your trouble. That's a promise. That's God's promise. And so when life starts to life, I want you to think about that. I want you to think about, but God, I know this is rough right now, and I'm trying to figure out why this is going the way that it's going, but God, you told me you give me double for my trouble. Right? Start throwing those promises right back. Fix your energy. Fix it. Fix it. One thing that you can do to fix your energy is focus on gratitude. Gratitude alone. Gratitude. Because here's the thing about gratitude. When you start thanking God for the different things, when you start thinking higher power, whatever you believe in, when you start thinking, God, thank you for today. Thank you for waking me up. Thank you for, I know that was a struggle, but I thank you for the challenge because I know I'm going to learn something from that I can apply moving forward. I start thanking God in the midst of the storm. God, I don't know what's going on, but I thank you for that. Especially with my finances, y'all. Back in the days, I used to be like, God, I thank you for this. I don't know how this is going to help me, but I know that it's going to help me moving forward. And I thank you for that. And what happens? Everything comes together. Everything works out. I'm never living in lack. God told me a long time ago, a couple years ago actually, maybe like 5-6 years ago, that I would never live in lack again. Straight up. You will never live in lack again. You've spent all your childhood years living in lack, and here you are as a grown woman, you'll never live in lack again. And I believed him when he said it. And so what do? When things happen and things look like it could be lack, but it's not quite, but it looked like it could be, like, I literally throw those promises right back. God, I thank you for this challenge that I'm going through. I thank you for this challenge that I'm going through. And also I remember when you told me I would never live in lack again. So I know that there's a miracle that's going to happen on my behalf. It's the authority that I have over my life, that I speak over my life, that a lot of us aren't tapping into. But that's what we need to fix our energy. That, tapping into your authority, speaking those promises that you know, like, God, now I know the promises you dropped into my spirit are not this. This does not look like that. So I know this is a trick of the enemy trying to get me distracted, because I know that what you have for me is abundance. Everything's in abundance. The happiness, the joy, the love, the creativity. Who am I talking to? There's an abundance of that waiting for me to tap into it. It's abundance. I'm not living in lack when it comes down to my dating, right? Because a lot of the times people get out here and date. And I say that because I'm in the dating season right now, right? People get out here and date, and they find somebody, and they want to hold on to him because they're like, oh, man, he doesn't have all 20 things that I put on my list, but he got 19, 18, 17. So I got to hang on to this because this is as good as it gets. Is it? Is that as good as it gets? I don't believe that. I believe in abundance. I believe that when you find somebody who has 16, 17, 18 out of the 20 of the things that you desire in your person, in your spouse, in your one, the one, right? If we're talking about finding the one, that when you get 16, 17, 18 out of the 20, when you're dating, you find somebody that holds those wonderful characteristics that you need in a person, that you desire in your next person. I believe that that's just God showing you that this is what's available. But do you trust me that there's more? Do you trust? Because this is showing you that, okay, so 16 out of the 20 is here. 17 out of the 20 is here. But there's more. So it's literally a test. Are you going to settle? Are you going to settle for the 16, 17 characteristics that you want in your spouse? Are you going to settle for that right now? Or are you going to wait for me to put you together, the most perfect person for you? Are you willing to settle? That's what I truly believe. I truly believe it is literally a test on if you are going to settle like you did the last time, right? Because your last relationship wasn't great. If we can be honest, I can be honest. That last relationship I settled. So here you are, you got almost everything you desire. Are you willing to settle? Or are you going to let me do my work and show you how perfect the person for you really is? What y'all going to do? Now, if you listen to all your friends and all the people around you talk about how bad the dating pool is, about how terrible it is to date in Atlanta, because we're here in Atlanta, right? If you listen to that constantly, then that's what's going in your soul space. That's creating lack, fear, anxiety, stress. All the things you don't want to carry. And let me tell you something about that. When you are dating out of fear, anxiety, lack, stress, that's what you're dating. If that's the energy, we're talking about fixing our energy, right? In all things. If we're dating with that lack mindset, with that fear, with that anxiety, with that stress, I don't know. I mean, he has almost everything, but not everything. It might be a good match. He got a great personality, but he's not as handsome as I thought he was going to be. Right? These are things that I hear from clients, from friends, from people, right? If you're dating with that energy, you're going to continue to attract that. You're going to continue to attract people who are living out of the lack mindset as well when it comes to dating. So what does that mean? It's not a perfect match. I don't know about y'all, but I done played around too much to not get my perfect match this time, right? I stopped dating for years. I stopped it for years because this time around, I cannot play games. I want my perfect match. Go ahead and send them, God. So what does that mean I got to do? I got to prepare. I got to heal. I got to heal from my divorce. I got to heal from all these different things where I did settle before. I got to switch my mindset. I got to be in an abundant mindset in order to date, to know that there are tons of different possibilities. There are tons of different possibilities that could work for me. And if you don't believe that, then there's something wrong. People tell me, I have heard before on a date, listen to me when I say this. I have heard before on a date with a man, with a gentleman, well, I am, 6'3" and I have a great job and I have this and I have that going for me. I have a great personality. Listen, y'all, on a date, I was told this. And, I'm basically a lot of women's, what they desire, what a lot of women desire. So, I'm like A1 out here when it comes down to dating. So, basically, you get to decide on if I got a lot of different options. As do I. As do I. Thank you so much. I won't be one of those options, though. Thank you, though. Right? Because who the fuck are you? Right? First off, who are you to think that you are the only one with options here, right? If we be real. If you are a person of a good heart, good mind, you about some business, you carry yourself well, you're intelligent, you're easy to speak to, you look good, you're confident in who you are. You think that that person doesn't have as many options as you do. If we're being real. That's where your mistake was, sir. Right? Because you don't got to speak on it. It is what it is. I don't know who I'm talking to with this. Baby, that is not your only option. Get the fuck up and walk away from that person. I'm telling you right now. I don't know who this is for. Somebody you dating done try to make it seem like they the best of the best. And they really ain't all that, if we can be real. I mean, we can be honest right here. It's just me and you right here today. They ain't here. If we can be honest, they really ain't all that great, right? They really ain't all that. But they sure would like to make it seem because they 6'3" and they tall and they got a nice smile and a good job. Baby, what does your heart space look like? That's what I'm most concerned with. I'm not even gonna lie to you guys. I don't give a damn if you 6'3", you look like Morris Chestnut on a Friday afternoon. I don't give a damn about that. Baby, if your heart and soul ain't matching up with mine, go ahead, Facebook. I see the thumbs up. If it ain't matching up with what I got going on, with where I'm going to be, with the person I am, if the personality ain't coming together, you can keep all that and go find somebody that wants that. I don't know about you guys, but I'm not willing to put anything when it comes down to heart and soul alignment. What does that mean? Somebody who gets with me, listen, you got to have your own relationship with God. Baby, I can't lead you there. You got to have your own relationship with God. I got my alignment in order. That's not my job to lead you there. I can share with you what I got going on, but you got to have it and want it for yourself. Now, I've made that mistake as well. I know who I am spiritually and to God. I can't be with somebody who ain't in alignment. That ain't gonna work. So what does that mean? The moment you tell me, I believe in God. Yeah, I sometimes go to church, or yeah, I believe in God. Well, what does that look like? I'm definitely gonna ask you, and it's gonna get real. And you may be hurt at the end of the conversation, but it is what it is. Because I know the person who I am meant for has a strong connection with God. I know that the things that we will do through God being in the midst of our relationship, will be amazing. I know that the person who I am meant for and who is meant for me will be a power couple because of the things we'll do in God. You understand what I'm saying? I know that to be true about me. What do you know to be true about you? Fix your energy so that you can attract who you're supposed to attract. Fix your energy. Fix your energy. Be confident in who you are, right? That's the other thing. I find a lot of people not being very confident in who they are. You show up at the date and you're not very confident. This person telling you things that are red flags and you like, oh shit. Oh, wait a minute. But he's still cute though. Oh, but wait a minute. He got a great job though. He makes money though. Who am I talking to? Fix your energy. You shouldn't have to settle for none of that. You shouldn't have to settle for an asshole just because he makes money and he's cute. Sometimes that's what makes them a damn asshole, right? I'm sorry, I'm seeing all kinds of stuff. Hey, y'all. All kinds of stuff. I'm sorry, y'all. I'm getting all kinds of invites and all kinds of stuff. Hey, TikTok. Hey, Facebook. Listen, we're fixing our energy so that we can attract the things that we want for real. And understand that if you walk out here faking the funk, what you're going to attract is a bunch of imposers. A bunch of people faking the funk. That's not what you want. You're going to attract these jobs that are trash. You're going to attract friends that are trash, that are faking it till they make it too. I don't want nobody faking it. I want somebody who's genuine. I want to be around nothing but genuine people. And it's hard for me. My friends talk about me all the time because I am one of those people that I don't do very well with small talk, right? That I don't know. Who else is like that? I got some people in my tribe in here. I don't do very well with small talk. I never have. I used to try and, ooh, how's the weather? Right? Like, I don't do well with that. Right? I'm a person who, if you're talking to me, I'm going to ask you questions. Oh, well, what's that about? How is that? I'm very curious. Very curious. Very inquisitive. Always have been. Always have been. About everything. About everything. I'm not one of those people that if you tell me one thing, that's what it is. I'm always going to not challenge it, but I'm going to ask you about it. And maybe when I was younger, it looked like I was challenging, but I'm just inquisitive, right? I think my mom knew that was just me being inquisitive. I'm an intellect, right? I'm just an intellect. That's just it. I'm not being nosy. I'm not being rude. I'm not being snooty. I'm not trying to challenge anything. I literally am an intellect, and I am inquisitive, and I'm going to ask the questions. I challenge you guys to be inquisitive about the things that are going on in your life. Right? So that we can shift some energy. Why is this happening? Why am I triggered by that? And in fact, I believe that being an inquisitive person and being an intellect has helped me in my healing journey. Because as soon as I feel something that's off, I'm like, but what is happening, God? But why do I feel that way? But let me journal about that so I can figure out why I feel that way. If anything, I feel like it's helped me, especially as an adult. Now, I might have got my ass in trouble. Because I used to be like, but why is God mad at us if we do that? Isn't he an all-loving God, right? I used to get in trouble at church, y'all. I don't care. I'm going to ask the questions. I don't care. I'm going to ask the questions. I used to get in trouble all the time. They used to be like, don't you fear God? I used to be like, nope. Why would I fear somebody that loves me? Right? Real deal questions, right? I might have been 12, 13, asking questions. You're not afraid of God? Nope. Why would I be afraid of somebody? Religion taught me to be afraid of God. Religion taught me to fear God and to fear the wrath and all these different things. But when I got to know God one-on-one, what? There's love, not fear. Love. The purest love. Not fear. And when you make mistakes, they're already gone. God already knew we was going to make mistakes. So why are we hanging on to it? Y'all will go on a whole tangent. We're shifting our energy, fixing our energy, right? So that we can become the abundant people that we are meant to be. We're meant to live life abundantly, right? It's in the Bible. Yeah. But we don't talk about that scripture so often. That it's in abundance, right? Because religion will teach you, if you got so much money, you got all this money, oh no, money's of the evil. No, it's what we do with the money that makes it evil. Understand? Oh, if you got too much, you're greedy. No, it's what we do with it that makes it greedy. And if we start shifting our mindset and start fixing our energy and showing up authentically as who we're supposed to be, then that's where our abundance lies. That's where a life of abundance lies, in you being the truest you possible. I'm not gonna lie to you guys. It's gonna take some time. It's gonna take some time, especially depending on your age, depending on how long you've been faking the funk, depending on how long you've been ripping and running away from your healing work, depending on how long you've been living in denial. It's gonna take some work, but it's gonna be okay. It's gonna be okay. We're gonna shift our energy. We're gonna fix our energy. And you guys know I'm gonna do a live mini sound bowl healing session with you guys today about fixing your energy, shifting It's a shift that has to happen in our minds and in our soul spaces. Somebody tried to call me. Ooh. Do not disturb, DND. DND all day for me. That's what I do. But listen, you guys. Sound bowl healing, when it comes down to shifting our energy, when it comes down to fixing our energy so that we can live a life of abundance. What does that look like? What does that look like? Well, we're going to release the negative energy, the negative stuff that's stopping us. We're going to release, what does that mean? The traumas, the hurt, the pain, the things that you think about before you go to bed, right before you go to sleep, because that's usually how it comes up. The things that you think about when you're sitting down quiet by yourself, those reoccurring past bad memories. Yeah, those are the things that we're releasing first. That's what we got to release. We got to let it go. We got to stop hanging on to it. The mistakes. And what did I tell you guys earlier? God doesn't keep a record of our mistakes. As soon as you make the mistake, it is thrown into the sea of forgiveness. Y'all, I'm about to cry over that one. Because I know that my mistakes had a hold on me so tough. So tough. And growing up in religion will make you think that because you made that one mistake, because you hurt that person's feelings, because you lied to that person, because you stole from that person, because I don't know who I'm talking to, because you cheated on that person, make you think that because of that one mistake, you constantly got to go up against it. You constantly got to battle it. You constantly got to overcompensate for it. So what does that mean? You're not showing up authentically if you feel like you have to do something more because you made a mistake. Let it go. Let it go. It's stopping you from getting the most beautiful blessings. It's stopping you from attracting the most beautiful people, having the most beautiful friendships. Let it go, y'all. Let it go. I'm going to play some bowls for you guys in a little bit to help you let go of the past mistakes, the hurts, the pain, the things that you think about late at night when it's just you by yourself. We're going to let that go. We're going to make a pact right here, right now to let it go. We're letting that stuff go. We're not letting that control our lives. We're not letting it guide us to mess with even more crazy people. Because that's what it does. Hurt, pain, guilt, shame, fear, anxiety, all the negative emotions. All the negative emotions, fear, all the negative emotions. If we operate out of the negative emotions, we're going to continue to keep attracting people that reinforce the negative emotions in our lives. What does that mean? You're going to keep attracting cheaters that cause you to be anxious about where they go and be stressed about where they go, right? That was my thing. Like, I kept attracting cheaters because I was so anxious. I was dating out of anxiety and fear and lack. And this is as good as it gets. When that's never the case. That's not the promises of God. As good as it gets is not the promises of God. The best is yet to come. That is the promise of God. So if you're dating somebody that's only giving you the bare minimum, if you had a job that is only giving you just enough, the best is yet to come. Believe that deep down in your spirit. The best is yet to come. I know this is a pit stop. The best is yet to come. I know there's something that I got to learn from this person. The best is yet to come. I know that there's something I got to learn about my budget, but the best is yet to come. There's more and there's greater. There's more and there's greater. And once you believe that, and once you come into alignment with that energy, fix your energy. Fix your energy to become in alignment with that. There is more, there is greater, there is the best out there waiting for you to come into alignment with that idea, with that truth. There's more. There's greater. There's an abundance. There's an abundance. Y'all know me, I'll get emotional in a minute. There's more. And I'm so emotional about this topic because I didn't believe there was more at one time. I didn't believe it. I didn't believe it. And y'all want to know why? Because I literally let everything that happened to me in childhood, everything that happened, being homeless, living in lack, struggling, being abused, I let that run my life for so long. Until I said enough is enough. This can't be God's promises for my life. It can't be that I get in a relationship with one type of man and get out of the relationship and it's a toxic breakup, and then 6 months later when I think I'm healed and I'm good, I attract the same damn man with a different name. It can't be. This can't be my life. This can't be the cycle. This can't be. In fact, it was a cycle. And when you start to pay attention and you start to become self-aware about what's going on in your life, when you get intentional about living a life of abundance and living a life that is happy and blissful and enjoyable and fulfilling and fun and creative, that's when you'll start to recognize your cycles. But it doesn't happen until you start to get self-aware, until you start to check in, until you start to fix your energy. Y'all, when I came on today, I had no idea that we would be talking about all of this, but we're talking about all of this because it's all about fixing our energy. And there's work to be done. There's always work to be done. Healing work it's a journey for forever. There's work to be done. You have to decide on if it's worth it. Now, if God told you, or if I told you, like I have told many clients, that if you decide to literally go through the fire and heal all of these childhood traumas and hurts and pains, and I mean really dig down into the mess of your past life. If I told you, if you were to do that work, and it takes maybe about a couple of months of working with me one-on-one, once a week, we're going to work on some hypnotherapy, some timeline therapy. We're going to do some sound bowl healing to literally release those things up out of you. If I told you, if you took the time to dedicate 6 months to this process, and that on the other side of this process, your blessings would flow abundantly, would you do it? What does that mean? That means some hard times. That means some rough nights. That means some tough days within the 6 months. But I can assure you that it is more than worth it. I can assure you that the smile you will have, the energy you will have when you show up in front of your old friends, when you show up in front of people you ain't seen in 6 months because you boggled down, you put your head down and you got to work, that you would show up a brand new person with a different type of shine. Completely different. People won't even notice. People won't even notice who you are. I went to a baby shower last weekend, and I saw some people that I hadn't seen in 5-6 years, maybe 5 years, 6 years. Well, these 5-6 years, I have been through a very intense healing process, right? I got a divorce. I did some trauma therapy specific to trauma, I did a lot of healing in these 5-6 years. And when I showed up at this baby shower, you guys, these people were like, oh my God, Miss Wilder, right? These were teacher friends, right? I used to teach. Oh my God, wow, you're so beautiful. Oh my God. And I'm like, damn, was I not beautiful 5-6 years ago? Right? I was offended at first, like, wait a minute. Hold on. I've always been lovely, right? Like, and it's funny because 5-6 years ago, I dropped a lot of weight as well, you guys. I dropped a ton of weight. And when I lost weight, people were like, oh my God, you look great, right? At that time. So here we are 5-6 years later. Excuse me. And these are the same people that are like, oh my God, you're so beautiful. I didn't even notice you. Blah, 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 blah. And at first I took offense. And then I was like, oh, yeah, this is the healed version of me, the more healed version of me. Right? 5-6 years ago, I was reaching a peak of healing. It was like I found this peak of healing where I was like, no more playing games. I was married at the time. And I said, but there's more work that I got to do. Now that I'm a mom, I don't want to have these different triggers, right? I was sensing triggers because I was a mom and my daughter was like 1 or 2. And I was like, I'm dealing with some things when it comes down to being a parent. And it was like all these different things. My job, I hated my job. It was like all these different things happening to get me to focus in on me. And I don't know who that's for. But there's a lot of stuff. It feels like your world is crumbling around you. And I understand where you're at. It feels like everything's falling apart. And I understand where you're at. That is your sign to zone in on yourself. A lot of the times, God makes things happen and crumble around us so that we have no other place to go to but to source. We have no other place to go to but to God. Because I couldn't go to my husband at the time. I couldn't go to family. God was like, I want you to come right here. This is where I need you right here. And guess what? I'm going to keep making things uncomfortable until you come right here, right where I want you, so that I can help you heal. And I mean really heal, like you've never healed before. It's going to feel like you're going through hell to get to heaven. That's what the promise is. That's what this work is about. That's what the work I do each and every day is about. It's about getting somebody from that point where I was at 5-6 years ago to the point where I'm at right now, where I'm literally walking into blessings. Things are falling in my lap. Opportunities are happening. I'm like, God, thank you. I don't know where it comes from, but thank you, God. Thank you. That if you decided to zone in on yourself and go hard for your healing, I mean, go hard for your healing. What does that mean? I mean, heal like you've never healed before. Do the things that you've never done, the things that you are fearful of. I did some things, you guys, that I was like, I'm so scared that I'm going to break down and I'm not going to be able to come back from it. I'm so scared, God, that I'm going to work on this past trauma from so long ago that I've been living with for so long that has attached itself to my identity. How many of you guys know that your trauma can attach itself to your identity? That you're so afraid to let it go. It's called secondary gain. It's a term I learned in the process of becoming a master NLP coach. It's called secondary gain. That I am so connected to this hurt, this pain, this trauma. I'm so connected to this that I'm afraid what it looks like without this. It's similar to dating somebody and being with somebody and staying with somebody because you know their craziness, right? I got anybody real in here? Like, I know this dude. I know he crazy. I know this dude. I know he a cheater. I know how he get down. But I don't know the unknown. That's secondary gain. Secondary gain. I'm sorry, y'all. I'm a mess. You know me. I'm going to cry about it. Because this is so near and dear to my heart about fixing our energy and taking the leap of faith to trust that the things around you that are happening for you and not to you. Not to take it so personal. Because at the end of the day, life is meant to be lived, and it's meant to be lived well. And if you can be honest about what's going on right now, you're not living a life that's so well. It doesn't look so happy. It doesn't look so joyful. In fact, it looks like it's all bad. It looks like it's all bad. Right? I know that. I know that spot you're in. And it's time to fix that energy. It's time to move forward. It's time to do all the things. All the things that we're afraid of. The things that we're afraid that might break us down. The things that attack the trauma that we've been living with for so long. Because who am I if I'm not a woman that survived sexual abuse? Who am I? Because that was my identity. That was my identity. Yeah. I'm going to get to this mini sound bow healing, y'all, because I will talk all day. But I want you to, I challenge you. I challenge you to believe that there is better for you than what you have right now. Than where you are at right now. There is better. There is better. And a lot of the times God doesn't give us that better where we're at right now, because he knows that where we are mentally and where we are in our soul space, we're going to mess it up. You're going to mess it up if I give it to you. There's so many blessings on the other side of your healing, that if I give these blessings to you before you get to that place of healing, where you've healed that lack mindset, you've healed the fear and the anxiety that you had, if I give it to you before that, you're going to mess it up with your fear and your anxiety and your stress and your ideas that you have and your secondary gain, because you're so scared to let go of something that has been with you for so long that it's part of your identity. But you can make a choice to change yourself any given moment of today. Fine if you don't want to do it right now. Fine if you don't want to do it right now while we're talking about it. You may feel it later on. And that's the perfect time for you to make a change. You may feel it a year later when you found this video. A year later. And that's the perfect time for you. It's timing about all of it. And your timing is different from my timing. But I challenge you. I challenge you to believe that there is bigger and better for you at any given time of your day. Bigger and better always. Not to settle, but know that there is bigger and better. Not to settle for this is as good as it gets, because it gets better. So much better. So much better. So much better. I'm going to go play these sound bowls, y'all, before I sit up here and cry. Because I know what it's like to settle. And to think that this is as good as it gets. Whew. Whew. It gets better. I'm going to go play. We're going to release the negative stuff. And then we're going to talk about how we're going to give you some sound to heal and feel the more positive stuff in your heart space, in your soul space. Yeah. Y'all ready? Okay. If you're still on with me, go ahead and start to take those deep breaths in through your nose and out your mouth. 2 intentions. What are we releasing? What are we receiving? 2 intentions always. What do I want to release on today? What do I want to receive? If you are interested in having a full-blown one-on-one session with me, go ahead and do a consultation. My clients have to go through a consultation before I speak to them and get them in for services. So go ahead and do that. The link is in my bio. You guys already know. Not the thumbs up. Okay, thumbs up. The link is in my bio. You guys already know how we do. Go ahead and book your consultation. If you are in Atlanta, y'all, I'm a mess. If you're in Atlanta on Friday, April 4th, this Friday, I have a free sound bowl healing session. You can come to the group session. go ahead and register now. I think registration is getting ready to close soon. So you want to make sure you register, get in. It's for free. We're asking for donations, but it's for free. It's for free. It's one of the free events that I do once or twice a month, right? Just for people who, you know, maybe can't afford a full one-on-one session. That's okay. This is a free session for you if you're in Atlanta or if you're coming to Atlanta on Friday, okay, the 4th, okay? This is only going to be a 5-10 minute session right now, so you'll be able to receive more on Friday if you come. Please come. Please join me. It's going to be beautiful. God's going to show up and show out. All right. I'm getting ready to go walk over there. Take some deep breaths in through your nose, out your mouth. All right. All right. Deep breath in through your nose and out your mouth. Deep breath in through your nose and out your mouth. Ooh, Jesus. Deep breath in through your nose. Hold it. And out your mouth. Deep breath in through your nose. Hold it. And out your mouth. One last deep breath in through your nose. Hold it. And out your mouth. I believe in abundance around me, all around me. I believe in abundance around me, all around me. I believe abundance around me, all around me. Abundance around me, all around me. I believe in abundance around me, all around me. Still on with me, I want you to say an affirmation with me. You can choose to say it in your head or out loud. I want you to say, a life of abundance is my birthright. A life of abundance is my birthright. Say it with conviction. A life of abundance is my birthright. All right, y'all. Thank you guys for coming today, hanging out with me, checking in, all the love, all the things. Oh, TikTok said, what's going on? TikTok always does this. It's getting mad at me. Hey, y'all. Sorry, I don't know what happened. TikTok does that at the hour mark. It starts acting crazy. I don't know what happened. But thank you guys for coming. Thank you for the love. Always, always, always. I'll be on tomorrow morning as well. We're talking about abundance, okay? I just said a life of abundance is my birthright. If you don't believe that, it's time to fix your energy to be able to receive that truth. It's not just a thought, it's a truth. A life of abundance is your birthright. Start walking out here knowing that. Fix your energy so that you can show up and know that if life is lifing, and it sure will, it's sure to life, that you cover yourself with these wonderful affirmations of abundance is my birthright. I know right now it may not look as so. I know right now, whatever it is I'm going through, God, I know right now it looks crazy. But I know abundance is my birthright, so I know you're going to get me out of this. And I know the blessings are sure to come directly after this. Whatever it is I want to learn, God, teach me the lesson that I need to get out of this. That's another one of my famous prayers, y'all. Because I'm like, life ain't lifing for no reason. There's a lesson I got to learn from this in order to go on to my next step, right? We play Mario, Super Mario Brothers. What I got to learn? What I got to collect? How many coins I got to collect here, God, to level up, right? I'm telling you guys. Start talking to God like that, and he'll be like, all right, here you go. Boom, this is a lesson. You got it yet? Or we got to go through it again. Right? You guys, I love you guys. Thank you guys for everything. Thank you for the love. For real. This keeps me moving, keeps me going. Confirmation that I'm doing what I'm supposed to do. Hello? Because we all got a purpose. All right. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Bye-bye.